Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about anxiety, what it is, when do you experience it, how should you overcome it, or while you're experiencing it. So, what anxiety is something that anxiousness that you get from either worry, fear, or being uncomfortable. It's something that you most likely will encounter when you're overcoming your comfort zone, or you're doing something that you don't necessarily like doing, or you just have this strong fear or something, or you're worryful. Anxiety comes in a time where you want to escape from the present moment. It's this feeling, this urgency to escape from the now and not really deal with it. But in anxiety, you realize that you have to be uncomfortable, and in uncomfortableness, you grow. You're overcoming your comfort zone. You're doing something you either don't like or know you need to grow in. You're learning to do things that is outside of who you naturally are, or doing something that is totally not what you want to do. But because it makes you uncomfortable, it helps you grow as well. And you won't even consciously or subconsciously know this, but it's helping you grow as a person. And though it doesn't feel really good, it doesn't feel good at all. Trust me, I know. I experienced anxiety at points in my life, and it's terrible. Now, I don't experience anxiety when I'm in a fearful state, because I'm never in a fearful state. Mostly when I'm overcoming my comfort zone, or I'm doing something I really don't like doing, or something I'm not very good at and I'm just learning. Maybe it's a new skill or whatever the case may be. But I experience strong anxiety, like not really wanting to be there and endure it, but knowing I need to be present in this moment in order to learn, in order to grow. Now, how you can deal with anxiety is breathe through it. It's being mindful, because like anxiety can make your emotions go from 1 to 100. And it can make you not think on a logical perspective. You go from thinking logically to non-logically. I want to know, how have you dealt with your anxiety in the past years that you've experienced it? I know it's not easy. It's definitely hard to get to a place where you can overcome it. A lot of things help me deal with my anxiety. Breathing, slowly talking through it, slowly. Putting myself in a position where I have to slowly analyze, digest what I'm thinking about, because some things make me really uncomfortable, and that's fine. Uncomfortableness is great, because I'm growing. That means I'm growing as a person, and I'm not afraid to grow. I'm not afraid to face growth. But I just know that how it makes me feel sometimes can make me very either impulsive, reactive, or emotional. And if you don't find a common ground to be calm and collective and get a logical standpoint from what you're experiencing, you can allow anxiety or your emotions to dictate your decisions, your choice in that moment, and what you say. And you don't want to be ruled by your emotions. You don't want to be ruled by your heart, because your heart will deceive your ways. Now, though the heart may be good, I don't necessarily believe the heart is, I believe the heart can be good or bad. I do believe that. I don't believe there's such thing as good or bad people, just good or bad hearts. And I believe all the desire that lives in us is what controls us, and our intentions and our motives and our beneficials and all that good stuff. So the things that we have tied into here, we tie it in with our mind, bring forth the logic and the manifestation of it, and we learn to combine the two. Now, not saying all desires are bad, but what I would say is, because we all experience different things, and sometimes the same thing, and sometimes you can experience the same thing, but not come out with the same perspective. And that's cool too. But you have to realize that sometimes the things that you may overcome, someone else may be still dealing with. Like, I still deal with anxiety. It's some things that I deal with anxiety in, and I'm still learning to grow, and I'm still learning to understand that if I just breathe through these things, if I just be calm and understand that, it's going to get better. As long as I channel my energy, focus on the logic of the situation or whatever the situation is. It doesn't really matter what the situation is. But as long as I focus the logic of it and not allow my emotions to completely control me, what I say, what I do, and how I choose, then ultimately I'll come out on top, because I initially set in mind my best intentions by being wise in my decisions. And that's the best thing you want to do, is channel your energy, channel the thoughts, channel your choices. Really work on the things that aren't helping you grow, the things that are affecting you, things that hurt you, and the things that prevent you from growing. Because there's some things in this life that a lot of us can be a lot, like 100% better in, 100%. And there's room for growth for everybody, including myself. No one's excluded from the room of growth. Like, it's room for growth for everybody, including me. And I know I need to grow in a lot of aspects. I'm not a perfect person. But, because there's a lot of things I deal with internally that I'm having to overcome in order to be all I want to be externally. So, having to overface the things, the trials, the things within, allows me to succeed and be successful and achieve everything I want to do on this outer plane. And I understand this because, you first have to overcome it within yourself. And then if the enemy within is greater than the enemy outside you, then nothing outside of you can ever offend you, right? Nothing outside of you can ever hurt you, harm you, or go against you. But if the enemy within is not greater than the enemy outside, then naturally things will offend you, things will trigger you, things will bother you, and things will easily hurt you. And I'm learning that it's a lot of things I can work on and be better at. But I know it will take time, and things happen in its intended time, and things will happen. I'm working on all those things that I know I need to work on. But ultimately, it's just having belief that you can overcome and setting goals every day that can help you achieve those things that you want. Anxiety exists in everybody. We all have very anxious moments where we're like, this is so irritating, or this is so bothersome, or I just don't want to be here, or I just don't want to do this, or I'm so concerned, or it's like a deep concern or worry about something, someone, or it could be anything. So it's just like coming out of a state of worry or concern or fear or doubt and getting into a place where you're sure it will happen and you believe. So it's shifting the mindset to believe to greater things, and you want to put yourself in a position of greater things always. So ultimately, the best way to overcome it is to remember to breathe, focus on the logic of the situation, look at the reason try to see how it's helping you. Because at the end of the day, we're focused on how it's affecting us. But how is it helping you? Because it's easy to see what's wrong with something or how something may seem bad. But how is it helping you? Because even bad has its good. So how is anxiety helping you in some sense? It's helping you overcome something. It's helping you realize you too worried, you need to build your belief, your confidence in some aspect, or you either need to really work on your faith. Anxiety presents a lot about ourselves, and if you don't take the time to examine the anxiety that you experience, you won't know what's going on with you. this is a great indication that we all need to spend more time working on ourselves, but also being a great example of who we want others and how we want to be treated, like how we want others to treat us based on how we treat ourselves. So we are ultimate reflection of what we seek and what we desire, and everything you set up in your mind will be manifested, but you gotta work towards it and you gotta believe in it. I believe that I'll be a 7-figure earner. I believe that. No matter what I have to overcome, no matter what I have to invest, I will be a 7-figure earner. That's what I believe. Now, depending on what you're focused on and what you're at in life, will depend on your beliefs and what you desire and what you want. But ultimately, I love you guys, and anybody and everybody can overcome anxiety. Now, I'm not saying it won't occur again. I'm saying that because it occurred, you know what to do when it occurs. You first have to realize what it is. Is it fear? Is it worry? Is it you overcoming your comfort zone? Is it growth? It could be 3 indications. It could be anything. How is it helping you? Not just how it's affecting you. How is anxiety helping you? We could easily talk about how things affect us, but we never think about the things that it helps us with on a conscious level and on a unconscious level. We have to think on a deeper level. So how are these things helping you be better as a people, as a person, as an individual? So comment down below, engage, and subscribe, like, share this video. And if this is very helpful, allow me to know. And let me also know in the comments down below how you've dealt with your anxiety, what you like best from this video. Please let me know. If this was helpful for you, if it was, I'm so glad to help and be assistant to you. I'm really happy that you're on this channel and you're following me, and I love you guys.